How are we doing, folks? The old cougar here. Today I want to go through a little bit of homework for you all, and a way that possibly might assist you, the warriors out there in the battlefield and your new tanks, to get that elusive ace that you've always been chasing. Now, there are many ways to get the ace: through high scores, through getting 5, 6 and 7 kills and getting scores, HP scores that are higher than players have played the tank in the last 7 days. But there are methods you can do that by getting the XP that requires higher values in battle and on your end of the battle screen to get that elusive ace. Now, the ways to do that are module damage and crew damage. And if you're playing Supremacy Battle, capping bases also gives a little bit of assistance. Now, the video that's going to follow through on here, I want you to remember these colours. Quite important. Let's go through the crew members first that you'll see in these pictures. The yellow figure is your loader. The dark blue figure is your gunner. Your light blue is your commander, and your purple is your driver. Some have a radio operator, which is a sort of pale blue, and they're always at the front, usually on the front right hand side. Now, the modules that you'll see in the tanks: yellow is your ammo racks, orange is your fuel tank, the purple is your engine or engines, your lilac is your tracks, your light blue is your optics, and your dark blue is your barrel, obviously. Now, there are ways each module damage causes the tank to lose power of some form, and as we go through this, I'll talk through each one at a time and I'll point them out on the videos. Okay, let's go through the types of damage we can cause. There are 2 types of module damage. There is common damage, and a damage module or modules lose performance in the module, or modules turn yellow, as you can see on the bottom of the tank. To repair the module, you have to use the repair kit, or the damage will remain until the end of the battle. If you have crew skills trained though, the damage is repaired at a slow pace, and it will result in full repair over a period of time. Now, the better your crew skills are trained, the quicker the repair will be. Otherwise, the damage stays there until you have a repair kit available, or you have a multi-repair kit on the go. The critical damage, the module is disabled and it turns red. Critical damage is fixed after a specific period of time, after which it becomes common damage, i.e. after this period, red changes back to yellow. Now, critical damage to a module can also be fixed with a repair kit, which fully restores the module's normal operation. Now, having 2 repair kits, i.e. your multi-repair kit and your repair kit, is very handy. And then you've got your either adrenaline or your speed boost. Or in some cases you've got the new armour that causes less damage from HE shells or impacts from other shells, on the likes of the Centurion or the what's the other one, the Carnarvon or the FV215B or something like that. Those are available for them. But anyway, on to the damage. What happens when you damage a specific module in a tank? The effects and the chance of the damage. If you hit the engine, the chance of damage on impact is 45%. Now, your common damage halves the power of the engine. So if the engine has 500 horsepower, it becomes 250 horsepower. Simple. If you have critical damage, The tank movement and the traverse becomes impossible. Plus there's a chance of being set on fire. That's if you hit the engine. If you hit the gun, the chance of damage on impact is 33%. And the common damage, the firing accuracy is halved. If you get critical damage, the firing's just impossible. So it has to be repaired back to yellow or fully repaired so that you can fire again. So if he fires at an accuracy, say his gun dispersion's 0.300, the dispersion then becomes 0.600, so his accuracy is halved. The ammo rack, that's the yellow modules on the tank. Now most tanks are 2 or 3, they're not going to store them all in the one place. Some have, but most of them you'll find, if you look at some of the pictures and you go into WOT Inspector, you'll see that there are varied places and positions for ammo racks throughout the different tanks. Different nations put them in different places, different designs have them in different places, but if you do your homework and you start to remember where the ammo racks are on them, that's when you get that pretty picture where it goes boom and the tank disappears in one shot. But the chance of damage on them impact is 27%. Right, it's quite low, 27%. But if he causes common damage, the loading speed is halved. So if he fires 10 rounds a minute, he then has to fire 20 rounds a minute. His loading speed's halved. So if he goes to take 6 seconds to reload, it then becomes 12 seconds. Your critical damage, the tank is destroyed. That's it. You've seen them all. That red triple bar, boom, tank goes up in 1. We've all had it. But it's great when it happens to the red that's sitting right in front of you. Right, your turret. You got a chance of damage on that of 45%. Now what that does, your ordinary common damage, that traverse speed is halved, so the turret, instead of the turret turning to its left or its right or all the way around, the speed of that turret turning is halved, so it takes a longer period of time for it to turn round. If it's critical damage, it just can't use the turret. We've all had that as well. You know, you have enemy fire at you, you want to turn your turret's damaged, you've used your repair kit, you're buggered. You've got to try and turn your tank so that your turret turns with the tank like a TD. So that's a good one to get. Your track damage. Now there's right and left tracks obviously, but the chance of damage on impact to a track is 100%. But your common damage, it increased the chance of the track breakage, and that's due to it being hit or taking mechanical damage again from another hit. If you cause critical damage, the tank movement and the traverse just stops. It's impossible for the tank to move. But one wee tip here. If you hit a tank on its front right track drive wheel, it'll spin the tank towards the left. Hit the right drive wheel, it'll spin it to the right. So if it's coming towards you on a bridge or the edge or cliff line or something like that, and the cliff is to its left hand side, try and hit the front left hand drive wheel. It'll spin the tank round and may just knock it off the hill or off the bridge. But even if it's on flat ground, spin it left, it'll make the right hand side of the tank open for you to put another shell in. If he repairs it, he can turn the tank round, but if he has to wait for the repair to happen, then you've got a chance to move over to the right and get a shot into the side of him, or move to the left and get a shot into the side of him, depending on what wheel you hit. Another wee tip there just to think on. Observation devices. Now the chance of damaging them is 100%, same as your tracks. But there's no common damage on optics, it's only critical damage, and the critical damage halves the view range. So if he has a view range of 250 metres, he now only sees as far as 125 metres. So if you're over that distance, you should become invisible to him, unless you're within range of an enemy closer to you and they spot you up for him. Something to think about. Gives you time to get into cover behind a building, behind a rock, behind bushes, behind bushes or whatever, and you're invisible to them. Gives you a chance to reload and get another shot into them. The fuel tank, the chance of damage on that is 45%. Now your common damage increases the chance of fire when a hit. Critical damage causes a fire. Fuel tank icon remains yellow, it never goes red. But you'll see the tank burning and the HP points going down and down and down and down and down until it's repaired or the tank's burned out. Your crew skills, with a fire extinguisher, you can train it up to level 7 that gives you 42% speed in extinguishing the fire. But the less your crew is trained, the longer it takes to put the fire out if you don't have a fire extinguisher. The radio is another module, but your radio cannot be damaged. It doesn't cause any difference to the tank, it's just a radio. Right, so using the repair kit on anything above your observation, your fuel, your tracks, your turret and all the rest of it, your repair kits automatically repair all that damaged modules, whether it be one module or two module. Got to think about that when you're playing in the battle. If it's common damage, do you carry on? Do you let it repair itself with your crew skills, or do you hit your repair kit and repair it? Do you take a chance and wait on it going red and getting critically hit, stopping you in your tracks, stopping your turret from turning, or maybe your ammo rack getting hit? No. All depends what your health points are. If you've got full health points, take another chance. If you've got half health points or less, hit that repair kit. Right, let's go on to crew skills. Your crew injuries rather. If a shell, specifically an HE shell, fragments hits that tank that you fired at, and it hits a crew member inside, it causes injury. Even if only one hit point was made. You can hit a tank and you get 1 point. But if it's penetrated inside and it's caused splash damage, it causes crew injury. Now you get 25 points for that. Might only show 1, but you get 25 points because the crew members, any crew member injury is 25. Unlike the modules, the crew takes only one type of damage, and that's injury, which leads to a decrease in the efficiency of the crew. If your driver is injured, he can't drive properly. If your gunner's injured, he can't load as quick. Hence these. The chance of causing injury to a crew member is 33%. If you use HE or a shell fragments and penetrates the tank and causes fragment damage inside, then it's a 33% chance of causing injury. If you injure the commander, the view range is halved, and there's no commander's bonus is passed on to the other crew members. If you hit the gunner, the gun dispersion's increased, as I said beforehand. If you hit the barrel or the turret, and the aiming and the turret traverse speed is halved. If you hit the loader, the loading speed's halved. As I said before, if it takes 6 seconds to load, if you injure the gunner, the loader, sorry, it's going to be 12 seconds to reload. So if you're counting, you'll see some of the videos that some of the lads do, they'll fire, the other tank will fire back, and you'll hear them going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they'll know that the tank's ready to fire again. But if you see that you've injured the loader, then you've got 12 seconds before he's able to fire again. So we're taking notes of these wee things. Do you fire, or do you get the hell out of dodge? If you hit the driver, obviously the top speed of the tank's halved, and the mobility and acceleration's decreased. So if the tank's usually, like say an RU251, it's scooting around the place 70k a minute, 70k an hour, and you hit the driver, then the tank slows right down. Gives you the chance to get another shot in before he's been repaired, healed up and fixed with his first aid kit. But if you've got 2 or 3 members of the crew that has been damaged with splash damage inside, and you hit your first aid kit, it heals all your injured members, not just the one. It'll repair them all, heal them all, put them all back to full capacity, and that's it. So, little things to think about. all that little extra knowledge and causing damages to modules will give you extra XP, damage to crew members will give you extra XP, and the more you can get damage, module damage or crew damage in a battle will help you get that extra XP you need to get your ace that you're chasing. You can run through this again, but I'll put all this in the bottom under the see more, and I hope it helps. Thanks for watching, folks. Just an extra PS here, as I said earlier on, when your loading speed is halved and he fires 10 rounds a minute, it then becomes 5 rounds a minute, not 20. So I hope you that are switched on notice that, but just as a reminder, it's halved. Bye bye.